Make sure you've got some water, guys. Want to be hydrated for today's energy clearing. Okay, fabulous. All right, okay. So today's topic, although it's a bit of a heavy title, it is going to be a light clearing today, light clearing. So my intention for today is to give you some reminders of things you already know, but also some insight and awareness, So I want you to be open and available for whatever comes out of today's session. I want you to be 100% committed to the process for whatever unfolds today. I would like you to set the intention that it's going to be with ease and grace, okay? It doesn't have to be traumatic. It doesn't have to be all tears and pain. You don't have to be in agony to know that the healing is working. I would like you to set the intention that it is beautiful, that it is graceful, that it is easy, that it is gentle and profoundly impactful, okay? I want you to set that intention that healing and transformation and awareness can be easy. It doesn't have to be a challenge. So let's not make healing into suffering, okay? Because sometimes we feel like, oh, we've got to shed a lot of tears and have like tens and tens of sessions to release one issue, and you don't. It can be easy if you're available. And let's set the intention that the quantum field that is created by everyone joining today in the live call, as well as anyone that's watching the recording, that we hold this beautiful space of love and compassion and kindness and honor for everyone inside this group today, listening either live or in the recording. That if you are listening to the recording at some point, that you are plugged into this beautiful field of energy that we create of compassion and grace and joy and happiness, so that we can all elevate our frequency so that we dissolve the suffering. Okay, so when you elevate your energetic frequency, the old energy simply washes away because you're no longer in a vibrational alignment with the suffering. Okay, so the first part of releasing our suffering, and any suffering, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, sexual, any form of suffering that you've been through, the first thing is acknowledgement. You must acknowledge that you've had some sort of suffering, and that doesn't mean wallowing in pain and bitching and whining to every single person that will listen to you about, you know, the abuse you went through or the challenges you went through, what she did to you or he did to you. It's not about that. It's about saying, you know what, you know, if you were speaking to a person suffering, I hear you, I'm listening. What is it that you wish to tell me? What do I need to become aware of? I want you to be in the energy of the gentle observer of your suffering. But here's what we do in society. We mask it, we deny it, we suppress it. We have a headache and we pop a pill. We get angry and upset and we put on Netflix, or we have the type of ice cream, or whatever your addiction is. For some of you, work may be addiction, right? That you stay at work instead of being present with maybe your soulmate, or to avoid facing the fact that you are single and haven't got a soulmate, and maybe you're hitting 50 or 40 and you still haven't got that soulmate, and you're wondering where is that person, right? So we have all forms of distractions and addictions that we try and suppress our suffering instead of acknowledging it, right? And so if we acknowledge the suffering as the gentle observer with kindness and compassion, and get curious and say, okay, this painful experience that I'm now having, or I have had, what is it trying to teach me? What is the blessing of the situation? So not like, you know, poor me, this is happening to me. It's not that. It's more like, you know, the energy of suffering as if though it was a friend. You've come to visit me. What is it that you're here to teach me? What is it that I need to become aware of, or what do I need to learn? So in some cases, suffering is designed to teach you that you have lowered your standards, that you are either not receiving, or what you're receiving is so small that actually you deserve more, you deserve better. So the suffering might be, for example, a very toxic and violent relationship with a partner. And so it may have started with maybe the odd comment and then escalated to maybe like verbal attack and psychological abuse. And in some cases, it may have escalated to physical abuse. And this might be happening right now for you, or it might have happened in the past that you're still churning. You still haven't like let it go. You're like ruminating through it, right? And it's like toxic black tar in your energy field, and you can't move past it, and you carry it with you to every experience, and you're wondering, why do I keep attracting the same relationship? Is because that energy field is held in your space. You haven't processed it, you haven't really addressed it, and so it's in your energetic field, and therefore you're an energetic match for it, because you haven't understood what it came to teach you. So every negative situation, or every horrible person, if you will, in your life has served you in some way. It's taught you something. So in today's guided meditation, we're going to unpack and reveal the beautiful truth or the blessing of this situation. Okay, so let me put this into context for you. So right now, we're still in, the pandemic, the COVID. In the UK, we are still in lockdown. We're not allowed to leave our country. So desperate to escape to some sunshine, I can tell you. I know some countries obviously are, you're able to go to restaurants and what have you, which is wonderful. But right now in the UK, everyone's still in lockdown. And this has been for the last year now. So for the last year, we've been in this lockdown. And so people have, some people have lost their jobs. Obviously, people aren't on the roads anymore. They're at home. They're not going to restaurants. They're not going to shopping centers. They're not going to gyms. Like, our lifestyle has been radically changed. Companies have closed down. In fact, Burgeon had to make a major pivot, because we were running thinking classes in London hotels. We had something like 40 live events a year. If you can imagine, my hotel bill was pretty big, right? And the team that was needed to get the gear from, the storehouse to the hotel and get the room ready and what have you, and the manuals and the books and everything else, right? It was a huge orchestrated event, right? To put on that many events. So when the COVID happened, all my events stopped. Everything stopped. And I'll be honest, guys, I friggin' freaked out. I totally freaked out. I was like, I've got employees in the business. I've got hotel rooms I have paid for, right? I've got salaries to pay for, team to take care of. I've got my family to take care of. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? My entire business is around fitting in classes. That's the core of my business. Yes, we're doing some sessions, but the majority of the revenue and my team and my employees and everything, and all the systems and processes and structures in the back end of the business is all around these classes. And it stopped overnight, and I panicked. And I went into fear, I went into panic, and I made some poor decisions. And guys, I teach this shit, and I made the mistake. So I made a decision from fear, and it was a bad decision, which I had to correct. Right? So, give me a yes if you've ever made a decision in a moment of fear and things just got worse. Give me a yes if that's you. Yes. Yeah, so you guys know, right? We all know that if you make a decision from fear, it leads to the worst. But we still do it. And even Anna Kitney is guilty. After this many years of teaching spiritual development, personal development, I made the common mistake of I made a poor choice in a moment of panic and fear. Luckily, I was able to correct it. So I was in the victim mode. I was like, why is it happening to me? Why doesn't Vina make online classes? I've got my employees, we're going to go under. Rah, 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 rah. I went into poor me victim mode. And that lasted all about 2 days, right? That was my limit. 2 days of drama, panic, fear. Oh my God, I'm going to sell my house. Oh my God. I went into the drama. And in one moment, I realized, you know what, Anna, no one's going to get you out of this shit. You have to get it out yourself. I was like, I am unavailable to close my business. I love theta healing. I love the courses. I love our students. I love our community. We will find a way. I love my team. I've got the best employees in my company. The universe brought these people to me. Sabrina ever hears this, she knows, right? She appears in my gratitude journal daily. I do my gratitude process every day. Sabrina's in it most days. My husband, definitely every day. And Sabrina, Giada as well, it appears in my gratitude journal. Lucy appears, and yeah, so they're in my gratitude journal very regularly. And I was like, no one's going to save you, Anna. You have to save yourself, right? And I'm unavailable to close the business. I'm unavailable. I will find a way. I'll find a way. In that moment where I snapped myself out of victim mode, I started saying, how can this be a blessing? How can this be happening for me instead of against me? right? So if you think about your situation in your life right now, where you're struggling, or whatever you're suffering right now, whatever pain, fear, anxiety, worry, doubt, confusion, whatever you're struggling with, that you're trying to pretend it's not happening. Like, for example, COVID, everyone's holding their breath going, well, the jabs are happening, it's all going to go away, it's all going to be fixed, life will get back to normal. I'm here to tell you, life will not go back to normal. Our planet has been forever changed. People's behavior has changed, right? Like, people are afraid of other people. People are afraid of physical contact, of a hug and a kiss because of this, right? People are getting angry with each other. You're on the streets, they're like miles apart from each other, giving you dirty looks if you walk too close. Like, the planet has changed forever, right? The masses have stormed, the hospitals for their jabs, right? Like sheep, they've gone for the jabs, right? Even though it's showing that it causes blood clots, right? But they're doing as they're told, instead of looking for ways to boost their immune system naturally. Okay. So how can, whatever situation you're going through, how is this happening for you instead of against you? So luckily, Violet Stubble started to make some of the classes available online, which was huge for us, huge. So here's why it was a blessing. Students who possibly couldn't afford to pay for the flights and the hotel in London to study with us were now able to study with us online. Whereas before it wasn't affordable for most people, because London is one of the most expensive cities in the world. So we got students from all around the world. In fact, I saw a lady say, "Good morning" from Philippines. So I'm not sure what time it is in the Philippines. Let me know what time it is. I know some of you got up really, really early, or really, really late, or middle of the night for this one, okay? So we got students from like Australia, India, Canada. I had Canada people waking up at like 4 a.m. for our classes, like, we're so committed. So more people got access to theta healing, and particularly studying with Bergeron. They got access to the courses and to our teachers. Some students, like, they want to learn from us, and they're waiting to learn from us, but it was just cost prohibitive with the flights and what have you. And so we're reaching more people, right? That was one of the blessings. The other blessing, if you can imagine, right, Anna Kitney running the show with 40 courses, I hardly ever saw my family. My poor daughter, she would write cards and she would say, I miss you, Mummy. When will you be back from work, right? I've missed out so many weekends of my children. Like Austin, he's like 14 now, says 2 words to me. Like, I've missed years of his life because I wasn't home. I was teaching classes, right? Most weekends I was teaching classes. I had other teachers, but because of the volume of courses we were running, I hardly got to see my family. My husband was doing the washing, doing the cooking, doing the school run, keeping up with all the kids' school appointments and things like that. Like, I didn't know what was happening with the kids. He was just taking care of everything, because my mind was in, I've got to run this empire. I've got to run this business. I've got to take care of my community, my students, my clients, right? My team. I was in like blinker mode, and I was getting exhausted. So this is the most amount of time I have ever spent at home. I'm always home now. I'm in my home office. The house is just over there. So when I'm finished the call today, I'm going to be heading in the house and hanging out with my kids, because it's school holidays, right? So when I do my trainings now, during my lunch break and my tea break, I go inside the house and I have lunch with my family, right? I'm no longer having to commute like back and forth from Surrey to London. So I'm saving time, I'm saving money, right? We got rid of our offices. So we saved, I think it was £12,000 for offices. We only had like a small office. So I saved money on offices. I saved £60,000 on hotel hire, right? That's like a really good salary for someone, right? So I actually saved money. And we've changed the way we work with our workflow. So Lucy right now is working from Brazil. So she has, she's been going swimming. Like every Instagram post, she's like on in some swimming pool or in some beach or drinking cocktails. Like, she's enjoying her time in Brazil. She's seeing her family, which she hasn't seen it for a year now. Her mum is so happy. And Joy brings her bowls of fruit and things like that. Lucy's doing her acai bowls as well. Obviously, that's where acai comes from, Brazil. So Lucy's, living it up. Jana is able to be at home with her son so she can work remotely. So many blessings, so many blessings. So guys, let me know in the chat. What blessings have happened for you since COVID? What blessings? What wonderful things have happened? Yeah. Are you spending more time with your family? Are you up leveling your self-care? So are you, doing your green juicing and your lemon water and your turmeric shots and eating more greens? Or are you exercising at home? So in fact, I turned my living room into a gym. I've got the big bouncy ball. I've got all the weights, right? And the stretchy bands. So I'm working out. Like, I've been really good this week. Really good. I did my HIIT workout. I did my ab workout. I did my yin yoga. Like, that would never happen if I was running 40 live events in London. Like, I just wouldn't have the time. So now that I'm home, I'm able to do that. So let me know in the chat, guys. Where have been the blessings? Yeah. So Lisa's saying my healing practice took off because of the pandemic. Yeah, exactly. So very good one, Lisa, because not everyone has that belief. Some people go, oh, people don't want to spend money on luxury like healing, right? But I share your belief, Lisa, is that more than ever, people need healing. They need therapy. They need support. They need coaching more than ever. In fact, I invested quite heavily in coaching in the last year and a half. Very, very heavy. The most I've ever spent on coaching ever in the last year and a bit. Because of the COVID, I was like, you know what, I need extra support. Like, when I have a wobbly, I need my coach. I need my coach to kind of like kick me up the butt and say, Anna, pull yourself together. If there's nothing's ever permanent, let's focus on shifting this, right? So yes, like absolutely. In fact, I've just gotten off the call with my soul line business people, and some of my students were sharing their wins of selling 2K packages. In fact, Andrew, he had 80 clients and he's made £14,000. Since starting the program, which was only a couple of months ago. Like, he's just going like crazy in a supposed pandemic and economic downturn, right? Like, he's not choosing to buy into that reality. He's showing up and serving. So I love that, Lisa. Okay, who else? Oh, thank you, Amal. I'm a blessing. Thank you. And that you can take online courses. Yes. Okay. Good. Consuela. Yeah, Consuela is also in our group program as well. I have more clients, my business increasing, exercising and relaxing. Yes, absolutely. Bruno, more time with myself. Yes. Yeah, often we're so busy running around, we're actually not really being present with ourselves. Yeah, love that. Sue, I managed to spend quality time with my mum and my family. Yes. Yeah. Just like Lucy in Brazil, spend time with her family. Move forward in your business. Oh, Maria moved forward in her business more than she had done in the past 10 years. Amazing. Daniela, more time for what I love to do. So what do you love to do, Daniela? What do you love to do? So I've been going for more walks. So I live in Surrey, so I'm surrounded by woods and foxes and squirrels and beautiful flowers. Yeah, clean air. So I've been going for walks and things like that. Oh, Francesca, she created an urban home retreat, finally slowing down. Yes. Says, at home with hubby on maternity leave, quality time. Absolutely. Shipra got time to do healing on herself and spend time with family. Yeah, you guys get to do more inner work on yourself. More meantime. Daniela designed a deck and writing a guidebook. Oh, is that like a tarot deck or an angel deck? Tiziana, I find creative time. Beautiful. I love it, guys. Yes, many blessings. Video, walking daily. Yeah, got to get our 10K steps in, right? Saving money, because you're obviously not out traveling yet. And working on your healing business. Wonderful. Amazing, guys. Wow, thank you for all your shares. Astro deck. Well, very exciting. Well, congratulations, Daniela. Yeah, so Patricia, I was able to take healing courses from Bergen online from Romania. Yes, one of our students, one of our promised people who didn't have to get on a bloody plane. Yeah. Love it. Amazing. Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So now I'm going to take you on a guided meditation. And what we're going to do is we're going to easily, gracefully, gently release the suffering that we are carrying in an energetic field. This may be from past traumas that you've experienced. It might be from an accident. It might be from an attack, right? It might even be ancestral stuff that you are carrying. So part of today's healing is to clear ancestral trauma that you may be carrying in your energetic field, because our beliefs and our emotions do get carried down the generations. In epigenetics, they say it's 14 generations. So if you imagine 14 generations back, right? Many countries have been at war, right? So there's probably war trauma that we need to clear, right? So we're going to release any trauma that is creating suffering in your life that's stopping you from moving forward, Now, what I would like for you to do is to be very clear about your intention. What is as a result of today's energy clearing, what is the outcome you are desiring? Specific outcome. Not go, oh, I just want to heal my life. I want everything fixed, right? I want you to be specific about your outcome. So would you like to double your income, right? Would you like to find that divine compatible soulmate that you can, marry and have children with, for example? Do you want to find your life purpose? Right? Find your purpose and meaning and turn that into a business, right? I want you to be very specific about the outcome you desire rather than a general one, because the more clearer you're about your outcome, the better the result will be. It's like, oh, universe, just heal my life, right? Yes, you're going to get a healing, but it'll be very general. And I want this healing to be felt. So that, tomorrow, next week, next month, you're like, God, yeah, that clearing was powerful. This is the result I got from that clearing. This is what the transformation I received from surrendering my suffering and moving into joy and happiness. Okay, so hopefully everyone's got something specific in their mind. You're welcome to declare it in the chat, or you can keep it to yourself. Just let the universe know, obviously. Let the universe know, okay, what you're desiring. Okay, so let's close our eyes. Okay. And so focusing on that single point or intention for what you'd like to achieve as the outcome that you most desire right now. Focus on that. Don't focus on the problem. Don't focus on the suffering. You're focusing solely on the desired outcome. What do you deeply desire to have in your life? Knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you're deserving, that it's possible, that you give yourself permission to have this in your life, fully and completely. Letting go of the how it's going to happen, and just be open and available to receiving all of it. Plenty. Okay, so with your eyes closed, I want you to look up until you see or feel the light, this beautiful golden light. And I want you to imagine this golden light streaming down through your crown chakra, through your body into your heart. And I want you to feel, see, sense as a beautiful lotus is opening up from your heart, opening up your heart chakra. You might see a beautiful green light. You may feel the chakra spinning. You may see a beautiful lotus opening. And now seeing, feeling and sensing the energy moving down all the way to your feet. And you're going to imagine as though you're standing on a lake, on a big, beautiful lotus at your feet, enveloping you. Feeling stable, feeling solid, feeling grounded on this big, beautiful lotus. A deep, rich, purple pink color. And you're going to see this beautiful energy of light coming up through the pond, up through the lotus, up your body again, through your heart, up your crown chakra, and back towards this light, this channel or beam of light from above you to below you. And now you're going to see, feel, and sense as this beautiful light, this channel of light is expanding across your body, through your muscles, your nervous system, to your auric field, expanding out across the room you're in, the city that you're in, the country that you're in, the planet, our solar system, Milky Way galaxy, past the universe, beyond the universe. Just beautiful, pearly, iridescent light, the energy of pure consciousness. Divine source energy. You are not separate, you're part of all that is. You are not separate, you're part of all that is. Beautiful. And in this beautiful expanded state, you recognize that you're part of everything, that you are truly limitless, that you are a divine being of the Creator. You are not your body. You are not your beliefs. You are not your circumstances. Everything you've created in your life has just been in response to your beliefs and the stories you've been telling yourself, or the stories that you bought from others. And so I want you to step into this energy of the gentle observer, the gentle observer. And so from this beautiful expanded state, looking down upon your life, looking upon your suffering, the thing that has caused you so much pain, sorrow, grief, sadness, hurt. It might be around a particular person who really, really hurt you, did so much damage that you haven't been able to move past. At least that's the story you've been telling yourself. So looking down upon your life, that situation, that person, or it might even be this generational pain that you can see down your generational lineage, of all the suffering of your ancestors, the difficulties, the hardships they had to go through. You're the survivor of those ancestors. You are stronger than you realize. Be the gentle observer. And you're going to ask, suffering, what are you here to teach me? What is the gift or blessing you came here to bring? And just be open and available to receiving insight and guidance. Not why this happened, why this happened to me. That's not the question. It's like suffering. And again, be the gentle observer. Suffering, what is it that you came to teach me? What do I need to see or acknowledge or understand? And receive the answer without judgment, without criticism. Why did this happen? What did your soul wish to learn through this experience or this genetic line? Were you learning how to be strong? Were you learning the virtue of persistence or compassion for yourself or for others? Were you learning how to take better care of yourself and set higher standards for how you wish to be treated. Where you're learning how to surrender the ego and let go of the need for significance. Knowing that you are important to the Creator, to the universe, but not needing to seek validation from others. Were you learning about your worth as a man or a woman? Often there's more than one blessing. Just know and trust that you can hear the answer. Expect to get an answer. And so now, without going into the drama of what they did or what you said, or the pain you're holding on to, we're going to ask to transmute this energy. And so I want you to see, feel, and sense as this beautiful divine light coming from above you, through your crown chakra, through your heart chakra, this beautiful lotus, and feel this beautiful energy of light coming from your heart chakra into the situation. So you're sending a healing back through time to your younger self, to the person involved or the situation, or even to your ancestors who've suffered so greatly. Just feel this continuous beam of light from above you, through your crown, through your heart, flowing into your younger self, into the people, situation, or your ancestors. And with it comes the gift of awareness, which is your blessing. What did you learn through these turbulent times when you were riding the storm on your little boat in the ocean of the universe? What is the gift that you claimed and learned? And that transmission is going from your heart to the past. You don't have to push or direct, just allow. Remember, we're going to make this easy. Let go. There's nothing you need to do. Just allow this light to come from your heart chakra into the past, to your younger self, to the people involved, to your ancestors. Let it flow abundantly. There is no limit on how much love and light you can send from your heart because it's coming from the divine. It's infinite, never ending. Use your breath. Breath brings spirit into the body. And as you breathe, allow this beautiful golden pink lights to flow through you. Let it flow. I surrender and I let go. I surrender and I let go. I surrender and I let go to all the past suffering and the lessons it came to teach me. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Oh, well done, everyone. This is beautiful. Well done. Keep going. Breathe. Allowing more light to come through your heart chakra. See that past hurt, pain, suffering dissolving, washing away, and be replaced with this beautiful white light. Being infused with compassion. So it's got essence of pink in it. For some of you, it's the virtue of grace you were learning. So grace is when you allow the divine to work through you. So you're in alignment and flow. That's what grace means. That you are completely surrendered to the divine, to be guided, to be led instead of trying to push your will upon everything. You surrender and you let go for the beautiful unfolding of your life. When you've got synchronicity, when everything just falls into place. Some call it the Midas zone or the gold touch. Allow, allow, allow. And with this beautiful energy of grace and compassion comes forgiveness. Forgiveness sits underneath all of that. Forgiving yourself for this difficult lesson you learned. Forgiving yourself for holding on to or harboring the suffering for so long. And we're going to release the karmic contracts between you and that other person or those people, showing you that the contract is now closed and completed and is no longer needed. The lesson is completed. Bringing back all soul fragments washed and cleaned. And so you're releasing that soul from continuing to teach you this lesson because the lesson is now complete. You're freeing yourself and this other soul. And you may see or feel or sense as a cord is cut. Might be a rope or a chain. Just see it being dissolved, released as the karmic contract is now completed. You've attained the virtue. You've become aware of the lesson or the blessing, and you are now both free. Keep using your breath. And for those of you who are doing an ancestral healing, I want you to see the hearts of your ancestors light up as they are freed from these bonds as well. Because when you heal yourself, you also heal your ancestors. So you might see lights, you might see faces, you may feel the presence. As you release the suffering down your ancestral lineage. Remember, healing can be easy, can be graceful, and it doesn't have to take a long time. Time is an illusion, it's a human experience. It can be done in an instant if you decide it can be. And you may see the appreciation, gratitude of your ancestors as they thank you for this healing. Beautiful, well done. So it can be easy. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to stabilize this higher frequency. You're vibrating quite high now. Old energy is just dissolving by itself. It's just dissolving away. You're not a magnet to these lower frequencies. So we're going to stabilize this higher frequency, make it your new normal. So we're going to make a command now. We're going to command a higher integration between your higher self and your lower self. In some texts, the higher self may be described as the Buddhic self or the Christ self. Everyone has a higher self, the wiser version of you, your Yoda, if you will, right? We're going to ask the divine energy for a deeper, higher integration between your higher self and your lower self. And so you're going to feel the presence of your higher self come over you and step into your energy field. And any old, stagnant energy is going to be just simply released, dissolved. These are stories of your past. They do not have to define you. So just feel the presence of your Christ self, Buddhic self, higher self come into your body. This is your true essence. This is who you really are. This wiser version of you. And I know many of you listening today have spoken with your higher self before. You've heard wisdom and guidance and insight from your higher self. And sometimes you didn't listen. Sometimes you were drowning out this wisdom with distractions, addictions. But now you're fully open and available to listen and to follow through with action, this divinely inspired action, so you can be in alignment and flow, this energy of grace. And so let's bring through the highest definition, understanding perspective of grace, and that your definition is the same as the Creator's. Would you like this? You can just say yes out loud, and then I have your permission to bring through this new program, or what grace looks like, feels like, that you understand on all levels and all languages, all aspects, that you can be the living embodiment of the divine through this body, in this lifetime, fully expressed. And just feeling this old stagnant energy just releasing. Old pain, old stories, old traumas stored in your nervous system, in your muscular system, in your endocrine system, in your bones, in your blood. Let it go, let it go. Release, release, release. Good. If your body is rocking slightly, that's okay. That's just your soul assisting the healing. It's actually a healing on your soul that's occurring. Just allow your body to do what it needs to do. If you feel like you need to move, allow your body to do what it needs to do, to allow the energy to flow as this energy of grace comes in. And let's download you with the highest definition of joy on all levels, all languages, that you know what it feels like to have joy in your life, in every area, that you're worthy and deserving. You can live without the fear of others stealing your joy, that you can invoke this from inside out. You don't need circumstances to create joy. You can choose to invoke joy from inside out. Good. Let's bring in the highest definition of happiness. Again, you don't need anyone's permission, not your parents, not your partners, not the government, not circumstances. You can choose happiness for yourself. You can invoke that from within. Good. Okay, let's bring through the highest definition of letting go and trusting the divine. Some of you got some corrupted definitions of surrender. So we're just correcting that. Surrender doesn't mean waving the white flag and giving up. So we're just correcting that definition and bringing in through this energy of the letting go of control, letting go of hustle, letting go of pushing, striving, suffering, making it hard because you're trying to be the hero, you're trying to win, you're trying to be strong. Let all that go. It's an old story, it's an old paradigm. And when that's released, grace can more fully fill your body. Allow, allow, allow. Good. Use your breath. Let it flow through you. So very deep healing today. Oh, awesome. Well done. You guys are doing so well. Some of you might feel like you're levitating off your chair. It's okay. You're good. You're still human in your room. It's all good. You're safe. It's good. Awesome. Okay. Right. Then you're ready for the next step. And so now that we've had this deeper integration of your higher self with your lower self, and some old stories have fallen away, drama to get significant, yeah, the story that your pain is your badge of honor, like a martyr, all that's gone now. It's all gone. The hurt and pain you were holding on for 10 years, 20 years, old story, it's not who you are, gone. And so now you're ready for a beautiful gift, a gift from your soul. You're just a small part of your soul. Your soul is eternal, immortal. It's having other experiences in other lifetimes. Again, wiser than the higher self. And so I want you to feel the presence of your soul around you. It may show up as a figure. It may show up as a golden orb, a beam of light. However it shows up for you is absolutely perfect. The soul may show up for you as a beautiful, pearlescent, golden lotus. However it shows up is perfect. And so your soul wishes to bestow a gift upon you. This might be a message, it might be some insight, it might be an energy frequency or a code. And I want you to receive this gift from your soul. What does your soul wish to give you at this time in your life? So you can more fully express your existence here on this earth, in this lifetime, with grace, with ease, with joy, with more flow and alignment. And I want you to get curious. Like if you've got like a key of some kind, you don't know what it does, ask, what is this key for? If it's words of advice or guidance, you might like to jot that down in your journal so that you remember this message. It may not all make sense right now, but it may make sense for you tomorrow morning as you process it in your sleep cycle. Or you may be simply just getting an energy transmission or light codes coming into your body to raise your frequency and your energy matrix even further. So receive this energetic upgrade. Some of you, I'm being shown like the flower of life as a grid is coming over your space. It's strengthening some of these virtues. It's up-leveling your self-worth. Or it's simply dissolving lower frequencies, which are your beliefs, your mindset, your stories, your drama, your pain, your hurt, just simply dissolved. As your energy matrix is up-leveled. Okay, for some of you, I'm seeing the presence of masters. I see Mother Mary, Kuan Yin. I'm seeing Jesus Christ for some of you. For some of you, Lakshmi is very present. For those of you asking for money, Lakshmi is all around you. El Morey as well for some of you, Merlin. And if you don't know who these masters are at this point, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Just trust, allow to unfold what's going to unfold. You can Google them later. And so for some of you, these masters have asked to be by your side for the coming days as you integrate these new learnings, these new teachings, and get divinely inspired insight and guidance for the actions you need to take in order to manifest your heart's desires. And so if you wish, you can say yes if you'd like the presence of these masters around you to support you in this new transition. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Nice deep breath. And open your eyes. Whew. Well, that was friggin' awesome. Oh my God. Woo. Who feels like a space cadet today? Oh, high as a kite. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Everyone is glowing like these golden pink orbs. Like heart chakras are flooded with light. It's just so beautiful. I've never seen so many masters in like one space at one time. And the masters are multidimensional. So Jesus Christ can be with me and with you also. Like they're multidimensional. Okay, so everyone can have their own masters hanging out with them for the next week or so. So here's going to be your homework, guys. So over the coming days, you're going to get more insights and more guidance. You might get more awareness and more hits coming to you. So what I'd like you to do is to do some journaling over today and the next few days. Is as you receive guidance and insight, I want you to do some journaling as you process like the thoughts on the astral plane as they come into your mental space, so you can process it on a conscious level. So as you start to journal, more will unravel in your journaling process as you get more insight. I want you to stay in this high frequency, okay? You can stay in this high frequency. This is going to be obviously saved inside the Facebook groups. You're welcome to re-listen to it as many times as you like. In fact, I'm going to record, professionally record the Lotus Meditation for you guys. So like it might take me a few weeks to get that done because this was a pure channeling. So I'll get that out to you guys as well. So, you know, if you've registered for the Zoom call, you guys will get the email first of when it's available for you, and it will be completely free. Okay. I want everybody to have this beautiful guided meditation. So that journaling process for you is to continue to become aware of more blessings. So what we focus upon grows. Okay, what we focus upon grows. And when you focus on all the negativity out there in the world, and right now there's a lot of suffering, you do not need to create more of your own because there's plenty out there in the world. So when you do this journaling process in the energy of gratitude and appreciation and joy and awareness, the universe is going to start to show you more reasons to be joyful, more reasons to be happy, more reasons to stay in the energy of grace. Remember, grace is when you're in alignment and flow through the creator of all that is. So the divine energy is working through you, flowing through you, so that like you meet the right person at the right time. The opportunity shows up, the money shows up, the client shows up, the soulmate shows up. That's when you're in the energy of grace, when you're in alignment and flow, when you're being gracious to allow the divine to work through you rather than trying to force your will upon how you think life should be, supposed to be, the goal that was supposed to happen and it didn't happen, okay? That's our ego that's attached to the need to be significant and important because I get this stuff, right? The house, the soulmate, the money, whatever it is that makes me feel important and significant, like I've won on this earth, right? The moment you surrender, you get all your stuff, but so much easier, so much easier. So you want to really explore this energy of the gold zone. And I'm planning to do some more work around how to stay in this vibration of the gold zone so you can be a conscious manifester and start to manifest things instantly in your life. Not like, oh, manifesting will come in 60 days, but to become an instant manifester, because you are essentially God force in physical form. That's what you are. Right? But we are running programs and beliefs to say, well, this goal will take 60 days or 90 days. Actually, who says that? Where does it say in the universe, in the rule book that says, you know, that this goal is going to take 90 days, right? Some digital marketer told you to achieve this goal is going to take 90 days, right? That's someone's opinion. It doesn't have to be your truth, right? So you want to, yeah, you really want to stay in this beautiful energy of grace and flow and allow more beautiful truths to unfold. Stay in the energy of the gentle observer. When you invoke those words, I'm the gentle observer, then when somebody shouts at you, you're like, instead of shouting back, you can say, well, what's going on for that person for them to react in this way? You know, have they lost their job, or have they been fired, or have they just had an argument with a friend, and that's why they're in a bad mood and lashing out? So it's not about you, it's about what's happening to them. And so you can have compassion and not be reactive, if you will, to, you know, people's behavior, that you can hold a space of compassion for people. So you're like a reed bending in the wind, right? You're not taking it on, because it's not about you, it's whatever's going on for them. It's not personal. You can just hold a space of grace and love and happiness, and just as you hold that frequency and that emanates, you will find that you change the frequency of others around you, that just by holding this beautiful space for yourself, when others are in your presence, they will be elevated just by being in your presence. Okay, that's when you are stepping into the energy of being the master. Right. And I'll be honest, guys, just like I said at the beginning of today's call, like, Anna was not a master when COVID happened. I fell off my high horse big time. But 2 days later, I picked myself up. You know, I got support, right? I got myself some coaching, got myself some healing, right? I reached out for support, and I made some very clear decisions that no one was going to save me. I was going to save myself. And I set some non-negotiables for myself and the way I wanted to run my business. And as a result, so many beautiful blessings have happened. So many beautiful blessings. I'm so, so grateful. So grateful. And so this beautiful meditation today, the Lotus Meditation, you know, it has a wonderful metaphor, because the lotus actually grows out of mud. There's a really beautiful book, this one here, very easy read, No Mud, No Lotus. It talks about some really beautiful principles, but the lotus needs the mud to grow, and the mud is sticky, it's black, it smells, it's not very pretty, but it needs that mud in order to grow into a beautiful, beautiful lotus. But then when the lotus is finished blossoming and it starts to compost and break down, it goes back into the mud to nurture and fertilize the next flower that's going to blossom. Right? But as humans, we perceive the mud as bad, wrong, that it's happening against us, that, you know, that God is punishing us. We create so many beliefs that this mud is bad. But actually that mud, if you will, has sculpted you. It's created who you are. And out of that have come blessings. And so when you become the gentle observer of what is without judgment, then you can become aware of like the nutrients, if you will, that are inside the mud, that there is so much potential in that experience. So let me give you an example. So a disease like cancer. Cancer is not bad or wrong as media would make you think. Cancer is basically like a crust or a scab over hate. So if there's energy of hate, it's not natural for your body to be in hate. So the body will create this tumor, if you will, to encapsulate the energy to try and protect its other organs. But if the hate continues and it's suppressed and suppressed and suppressed, the cancer grows until it starts to, you know, become, tumorous and impedes on other organs. The cancer is trying to protect you. But what we do is we say, with the war on cancer, the fight against cancer. So what you're doing is feeding more anger and negative energy to the cancer, which makes it grow. So the way you dissolve the cancer is you send it love. You become the gentle observer, and just like with the suffering, you say, Cancer, what are you here to teach me? So this is body whispering. We actually teach this in one of our classes, Intuitive Anatomy. Cancer, what are you here to teach me? What is the blessing? What is the lesson? What am I here to learn? And for some people who have cancer, they've learned they need to take better care of themselves. They start to eat healthy. They start perhaps changing from being a meat eater to maybe perhaps vegetarian, starting to do the green juicing and the green powders, alkalizing foods. Maybe they're taking better quality supplements, right? Maybe they're starting to exercise. Maybe they've got rid of all their toxic friends. They did a big unfriend on Facebook, right? And they feel so much better because they're not surrounded by toxic people who just bitch and whine and complain and attack all day, right? And so when you love the illness away, when you become aware of the blessing that it came here to teach you, it can dissolve away, right? This is what we call a spontaneous remission, right? Okay, so this is just one example of how you can use the energy of love and grace and the gentle observer on one particular challenge. So you can use this exercise on any other challenge or fear that you have. So the other bit of homework I'd like you to do is to, over the next few weeks, I want you to look for evidence that today's healing has worked for you. So you set your intentions for what you wanted, specific intention, more money, a soulmate, a career, life purpose, right? Better friends, whatever you wanted, a job change, you chose something specific. So you're going to be looking for evidence of the healing has worked. I'm looking for my stuff to show up. Not like, I hope it comes. No, that's like a control, clingy energy. It's like, I'm expecting, it's a done deal. I'm waiting for it to show up. It's coming to me. I deserve it. I'm worthy. It's coming. It's here. It's now. That's the energy I want you to be in, okay? The energy of expectation, but like gentle detachment. That, of course it's coming. I've placed my order with creator.com. It's coming, next day delivery. And if you're in London, same day, right? Okay, that's the energy I want you to be in. Okay, all right, so I'm about to lose my voice. And for those of you who are theta healers, one of the exercises I did today, which was the integration of higher self and lower self, is actually an exercise from Family Ties. So I'll be teaching this class in London live. Unfortunately, it's not an online class yet. So I'll be teaching this class in London later this month, okay? I've got one of my team here. You might have seen the gorgeous Jada, who appears in my gratitude journal. So Jada will post a link for the details. So you can either book a clarity call with her, or you can book the course straight away, but Family Ties. So there are exercises in this class that are not in any other course in the Theta Healing curriculum, right? So Theta Family Ties is a class specifically to heal mummy, daddy issues and generational stuff, okay? Because the energy frequency that we carry is not just from our lifetime, but from the lifetimes of our ancestors, okay? So this is a class specifically focused on liberating you from the belief systems and programs and promises and vows and oaths of your ancestors, so you are free to live your path, your purpose, right? So who here in today's call, had parents who forced them into a job or a career or a subject matter in school that they chose for them? Who had that? Yeah, Rebecca, thank you. Yeah, Dorota, Janet, yeah. Absolutely, yes. Very common. So, the parents sometimes like, well, they didn't get to achieve this goal, so they try and achieve their goal through you and push you towards a certain direction. And then you're stuck in either a career or a job that you don't like, that was chosen by your parents, but because you spent 5 years at university and, I don't know, $20,000 in university fees, you feel you have to stay in this job that you did not love. And it's like you feel you're going to let down your parents and your ancestors, and it's a good job and it pays well, but you're, in the meantime, during the lunch break, whatever, or on your weekends, you're attending theater classes because you love spirituality, right? But you're an accountant, right? Or you're a doctor, or a nurse, right? You're doing something that you may not necessarily love, because deep down you have some other interest, right? So sometimes this imprint is in our DNA from ancestors many generations ago. So maybe an ancestor, had always had a dream of, owning land and having a farm. And so that's an unfulfilled dream, and it's sitting in your frequency with an unfulfilled goal that is not yours, right? So this is an opportunity to kind of clear the way so that you can live your path. If you're trying to live your purpose, but you're feeling like you've got like shackles and you can't move forward, then this is the class to release those shackles so you can really move forward with your life purpose, your life plan, not your parents, not your ancestors, where you surrender to needing other people's permission to live your life, right? So there's some really beautiful healings in there that I said that you won't get in any other theme class. So Family Ties, there are prerequisites for this one. Feeling basic, advanced, and dig deeper, if I remember correctly. And this will be in London in a couple of days, and I'll be teaching. I miss my students. And then I think the week after or 2 weeks after, I've got Game of Life, another fun class. That one is on money and business. Yeah, Game of Life, money and business. And this is a fun class. We work specifically on money, business, up leveling. So we release all the blocks you have to charging money for your great work, serving your promised people, and all the hangups you have about building a business, having team and things like that. It's an excellent manual, very comprehensive, and it's a fun class. It's a fun class. So those are 2 classes I'll be teaching in London. So if you've done basic, advanced, and dig deeper, you're welcome to join me for those 2 classes in London. We also obviously have the entry level classes if you're completely new theta. If you love what I did today, then I invite you to the Life Awakening. So again, Jada will post a link in there for you guys. Life Awakening is the basic, advanced, and dig deeper classes. huge transformation happens in those 3 classes. Those are online, they're live and interactive. It's basically 8 days of healing, 8 days of deep healing. So you guys got what, maybe an hour with me today, and look what we were able to achieve. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen over the next coming weeks for you guys from today's healing. Imagine if you gave us 8 days to really do a deep dive on your belief systems about who you think you are versus who you came here to be, to really strip the layers and old stories and beliefs as we surrender all of those old paradigms. We reveal the diamond that you are, because you already are the diamond. You already are the diamond, but it's got covered in dirt, right? It got covered in this dirt through experiences and lifetimes, and all we're doing is stripping away these old stories, these old beliefs. And it's very, very fast process to change a belief. You're not doing affirmations and journaling for years. Changing a belief is instant. It's literally instant. It takes minutes. So I invite you to the Life Awakening. The Life Awakening for most of you will be an acceleration of your intuitive and psychic gifts. So we do angel readings, future readings, which in fact I do all the time in business. That's how I run my business. I mean, Jada will tell you, we tune in, we look into the future, see how our students are going to respond to some of our classes, what dates we're going to put the calendar in. Like, I run my business through the divine, like the creator is my CEO, if you will. So future readings are fun. We're going to be releasing vows, oaths, contracts, and hundreds and hundreds of limiting beliefs, so that you can become the instant manifester. So thank you. So did you guys enjoy today's training? Did you guys let me know in the chat? Did you enjoy today's training? Did you have a breakthrough awareness? Let me know in the chat, what was either the gift your soul gave you? Let me know what was the gift. If you feel like you want to share, I'd love to know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got some serious activations last 2 days. Yeah, even in my sleep, I'm on the astral plane. Oh, beautiful. Strength and ability to heal. I love that, Rebecca. Love it. Oh, Dorita, found my soul's purpose. I love it. Beautiful. Prina, visibility. Oh, beautiful. Opening my heart connection and to my third eye. Yes, to be able to see with love, Oh, beautiful. So Rose is saying this, the soul got integrated into the heart. Beautiful. Yeah, Priya is saying my body was moving energy. Some of you might have seen me, I was rocking. Whenever that happens, I'm like, I know I'm getting a healing from my soul. My soul's working on me. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love it. So Elena's saying, big changes. I saw wings ready to fly. Yes. Allow them to carry you to great heights. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Wonderful. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log off now. I need to have my dinner. I've been going for like 4 hours straight. So I'm going to log off. I'm going to keep the line open for you guys. If you guys want to chat with each other, Jada's on the line as well. So if you've got any questions about any of the courses, the dates, or where to book, or how you even book a clarity call, she'll be in the chat for a little bit longer. So I'm going to leave it open for you guys inside the Zoom call. For those of you who are in the Facebook group, you can just contact our office, or you can go to bergeron.co.uk, click the link where it says strategy call, I think, and that's where you can book your appointment with Jada if you want to talk about any courses, you have any kind of questions about how feeling can help you, and then we can put together a package or program that's specifically tailored to you. And if it's not a right fit, it's not a right fit. Yeah. We also have practitioners on our team, so if you need like more tailored one-to-one, then obviously we've got practitioners on our team who are excellent, personally cherry-picked by me. So I've got really good practitioners on our team as well. So if you're really wanting like some stuff to be cleared like pronto, then obviously you can book some sessions in as well. Jada is a theta healer. She specializes in soulmates and divine feminine energy. So she's also available for sessions. Like my team, they're all theta healers. And if they weren't, they became theta healers. So they're all psychic, intuitive, wonderful, powerful healers in their own right as well. Okay, so I'm going to log off for a bit. I'm going to keep the call open for you guys to chat for a bit. I'm going to eat my dinner, and then we'll close it all down in about 10 minutes. But yeah, happy for you guys to like chat with each other as well, connect, make friends with each other on our Bergeron Facebook group. And please let us know over the coming days, what breakthroughs or awarenesses you got, insights, and when you get your manifestation, when it shows up. Let us know. Okay, lots of love.